about that time, baby. It's about that time. Yeah. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful sunny Monday out there. I needed this one. I got tired of waiting. It's about that time. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? I had to knock out some morning errands just so I can make sure this has my undivided attention. Impressive win. I enjoyed it. Woo! 125. They put up 125 without Scotty and Quickly. Without Scotty and Quick, they put up 125. Impressive. Put them sub 500 teams on notice. Put them on notice. Let them know what it is. Ain't nobody playing. Ain't no preseason. I know a lot of y'all like, it's just ain't no preseason for us. It's just that work. That's all it is. It's just that work. It's just that smoke. That's all it's going to be. We ain't got time to say, oh, this don't count and that everything count for us. We rebuilding. People keep thinking we all in the same boat. We ain't in the same boat. We went to the top of the top and now we rebuilding to go back to the top of the top. That's not the same. Some franchises, half the franchises in the NBA dwell in mediocrity. Handing out them expensive participation trophies. That's what all these contracts are. Participation trophies. Ain't nobody trying to compete no more. Ain't nobody trying to win. They just happy just to be in the game because they know they're going to get that participation trophy. That ain't what we in here for. That ain't our line of business. We here to get back to another chip. However long it take, the first step is always the most important. This is a good step in the right direction. Good step in the right direction. Good step. This was a beautiful game. RJ from the start let his presence be felt. He's picking up right where he left off. The upward trend continues. 17 points in the first half. We got them out the way early. And I'm so happy because I've been stressing how important us winning the first quarter is. How important all these teams, their number one thing they want to do is win the first quarter and then fight you off the rest of the way. Keep you under pressure. That's been the MO for the last 4 or 5 years. Basketball has become such a conversation piece. Yet the game is still simple as fuck. It's still simplified. Everybody's a superstar, but they're not listening to the coaches. That's what complicates the performances. When you have a system that everybody can plug into and utilize their skills the proper way and move forward as a unit, instead of, I want to be an all-star by myself. I want to be all NBA. We move forward as a unit. We good. That's why I'm a Raptors fan. Because it's a team. It ain't me versus the world. It's us against the world. Period. That's just what it is. Listen, I'm a Big East kid. I grew up watching the Big East. If you wasn't on offense and you ain't played defense, you wasn't getting the rock on offense no more. The team moved as a unit. That's the era I come from. We moved as a unit. And I love the fact that we sending that message to these sub 500 teams. We ain't in the same boat. We not. We trying to get back to contention. We starting over, but we were at the top. Last night was the Wizards, we let it be known, and it's very important that we set this tone right now. You come around playing, you're going to get smoked. You thinking you could take the night off and you could come play around, you going to get smoked. Preseason, regular season, playoffs, summer league, it don't matter. You come in there playing around, you going to get smoked. That's the tone I want to see, and that's the tone I need set. You play around, and we going to apply pressure. That first quarter got them up out of there. They're a sub 500 team. They tapped out anyway. They looked like they was going to fight back. Ain't no way in the world. We shut it. It was over. We pitched the shutout the rest of the way. They can perform as much as they want. Once we grab a hold of the first quarter the way we did, up by 18, the way we played, not only were we not even giving them an option of coming back, we were going to build and try and see if we can score 2,000 points. It looked like we wanted to score 2,000. And Grady, listen, I'm happy that Bruce Brown situation happened the way it happened because now Grady could start. There's no controversy. There's no conversation to be had. He can start and let him work that out. The aggression for him is in the right place. If he's not hitting threes, which he wasn't last night, he attacks the perimeter. That pull-up jump shot, he's 6'8". He's going to get that shot more often than not against anybody. That's it. You can't listen. If their starting five don't show up against our starting five and they bench don't show up against our bench, they gonna get smoked. Our bench had 86 points, 32 rebounds, and 19 assists. All I said was if our bench could put up all-star numbers as a collective, we back in business. That was ridiculous. Those are Will Chamberlain numbers. 86 points, 32 rebounds, 19 assists as a group. And I know everyone's like, but that's the preseason. Ain't no preseason for us. We coming to work. It don't matter. When we put that uniform on, we clocking in. It is what it is. Either you show up and be the greatest approximation of yourself or you gonna get smoked. That's how I gotta be out. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And Chev is looking like, I was concerned about Chev during the summer league because it was looking like he may need time to adjust to the NBA speed. Because he's guarding the best guards in the world, the fastest guards in the world, the most prolific guards in the world. And him being National Defensive Player of the Year in college, he's going to have to adjust to the speed. And sometimes that takes guys a few months to get used to. He's looking like he's all right. Them 3 steals, listen, 10 points, 4 assists, 3 steals. He's looking like he's going to carve out a place for himself on that bench. You know what I mean? And we just look good. We just look good, better than I expected. That was a very impressive win. We needed that. We needed to come out and with a magnificent, whether we play in Montreal or we play on the fucking moon. I don't care. I want us to put our best foot forward and put that work and be prepared to work and execute as much as we can. Win, lose, or draw, it can't be our fault that we lost. If you beat us, then you beat us. But we're not going to beat ourselves. That's all I care about. I don't care about us being young. It don't matter. We can be young and still dominate. We can be young and still be a problem. And so basketball is basketball. Let's not complicate it. The Darko's going to define what his motor operations is going to be. We're going to define ourselves as a team. This is the first step to the rebranding. The second chip is going to be sweeter than the first. That's how you solidify yourself as a franchise forever. That's when you stake your claim and you get into them other rooms and conversate on a different level. We made sure it was the first impression was the most important to us. That first quarter, strong impression. Dominated. Strong start. We dominated and played tough throughout. And then we finished strong. You could say they put their second unit, so did we. And our second unit almost outscored their first unit. Our second unit had 86 points. As a team, Wizards had 98. We damn near outperformed them with our second unit. There are sub 500 teams. Half of the NBA is sub 500 teams. We dominate. That's a plate. Them sub 500 teams are a plate. You can look at us and be like, no, we ain't in the same boat. I keep telling y'all that. This ain't no game. I know everybody it's the first game. I get it. But it's impressive. You got to listen. You got to show love and respect when it's due. Beautiful. Without Scotty and without Quickly, and Chris started looking like old Chris again. Woo! Looked like he moved up. And when you shoot in the corner, he was shooting too deep in the corner. He was too close to that baseline. You could tell he moved up a little bit on his 3-point shot. So now his follow through is lined up with the rim perfectly, as opposed to him shooting from the corner out. Just repositioning him in his 3-point shot. Perfect. Chris looked like old Chris. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 or 5. That's old Chris. That's Chris classic. That's when we thought Chris was going to get $100 million. If his contract year was coming off of that Tampa season instead of the next season when we got Scotty, man, listen. He would have got 50, 60, maybe 70 million. Easy. He was averaging 14 points, almost 10 rebounds, 9 rebounds, almost 3 blocks a game, was top 5. Man, listen, if he get back, we get that Chris again, you know it's a contract year, by the way. We see what Critty doing, but he performing. That's it. I don't care. As long as we perform as a group and we play as a team, I don't care what it look like. I don't care how. Listen, a win is a win. As long as we start the winning culture off the backs of these sub 500 teams. The teams we supposed to beat, we got to beat. And we can go 500 against the elites. Cool. But them sub 500 teams, man, you're going to get smoked. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. All that, it's over. You can say we young. We hear you, but we don't hear you. We hear you, but we don't hear you. Put up 125 without Scotty and Quickly. Shot 54% on 93 shots without Scotty and Quickly. We hit 15 threes without Scotty and Quickly. 39 assists. The bench had 19 assists by themselves. We had 39 assists as a team. 22 fast break points, 19 points off of 19 turnovers. Who y'all talking to? We did this without 2 key pieces. RJ stepped on them early and sat down, and the rest of the work was done by the young ones. The rest of the work was done by everybody we got questions about. Who we want to see play, they played, and they all performed as a group. 51 rebounds, 62 points in the paint, 19 forced turn. What more? That you talking about an impressive win? It don't get no more impressive than that. We were prepared to dominate. Listen, you don't come to play. You come there thinking this shit's sweet, and you come there thinking, oh, we just gonna show up and we can win the first quarter and you gonna get smoked. It even felt, looking at this team, it's like by any means necessary was the mode. Everybody looked hungry to prove something. Everybody was on the hunt. And that's how you form your physique. That's how you form your mentality. You don't form it catching the prey. You form it in the hunt. We're gonna redefine who we are hunting. One by one. Listen, the first 25 games of this season, they're saying it's going to bury our season. We're going to see. Because at the end of the day, those conversations are just conversations. Let's see what type of desire those 25 opponents got to beat us. If we come in there ready to work and they half-step, they halfway out. It's over. I'm telling you that right now. This is not a game. This ain't a test. Ain't nobody saying this just for clickbait purposes. This is where it's going to end up. This is the process we engulfed in. We got solutions for them problems this year. We got solutions for them problems. Whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever y'all think is going to be, however y'all think it's going to go, we got solutions for everything. You going to attack, we going to be in attack mode. You want to work from the fundamentals, we can do the same too. Reality is, this ain't last year's season. This ain't last year's team. You have to, listen, as long as we understand that despite the fact that this is a work in progress, we can still beat these teams in front of us. On any given night, we can bury anybody. That's just all it is. We come in there prepared and motivated to work. The rest is going to take care of itself. That's it. This was work. Preseason, regular season, basketball is basketball. It's just the dimensions of intensity and importance that changes the scope and your perception of it. But basketball is always going to be basketball. You come in there prepared and ready to work, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. I love what I saw. First game, last game, if we working like this, I'm happy. And this Monday, the sun was shining. I woke up. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I told y'all, I like to enjoy when we win. I hold it in and I start my day good. This was a beautiful day. I started off real good. I was like, all right, now let me get into these videos. Let me get into this smoke. Let me get into this work real quick. Let me get into what I get into so the world can see that, listen, your boy is back. The season started. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see that the season is starting. Now you're going to get the vibe. You're going to get the energy. And that's what it's about. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to enjoy this season. And it's going to be what it's meant to be. It's going to be, listen, win, lose, or draw, we're going to go through this shit together. But as long as we winning more than we losing and we beating the teams we supposed to beat or who we as fans expect them to be, listen, we're going to get everything we want and then some. Because it's going to be some pleasant surprises. It's going to be some upsets. It's going to be some moments where it's like, whoo, we ahead of schedule. Them first 25 games are important. We hold our own them first 25 games. We go 500, or dare I say 2 or 3 games above 500, that's a win. Because they thinking we're going to be a playing team after the first 25 games. The season don't start till Christmas anyway. If we're in position to make the playoffs Christmas time, we good. We good. Because a lot of these teams, they cruising. They thinking about April, May, and June. They not worrying about the steps in between. They think they got it. They still got work to do. Everybody still got work to do. We know we got work to do. We not leaving no stone unturned. Very important. Very important. We take care of what we're responsible for. That's it. One day at a time. This was a beautiful win. Everybody, listen. That was a good first step, man. I know there's going to be highs and lows and there's going to be up. Whatever, I'm here for the ride. Ain't nothing going to change. But that was a good performance. Very impressive. It's good to see Chris. It's good to see Chris looking like Chris again. You know what I mean? It's good to see Chris looking like Chris again. And the additions are doing what they're looking like great add-ons. And the bench scoring 86 points, having 32 rebounds and 19 assists. You can't ask for more than that. If our bench could put up all-star numbers, if our bench as a collective could put up Giannis numbers, it makes the starting five production that much more potent. But we're going to see. We're going to have fun. I'm going to have fun watching this season. 15 threes is, 40% from 3, we letting it be known. That's a good way to start. That's a good way to start. Even though I don't really want us to depend on 3-point shooting, I understand how important it is. But let's get to work. Let's get to work, baby. One game at a time, one up, one down. I'm going to holler at y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. You already know what it is. It's been a long time, baby. It's been a long time, but we back up. The season has started. It's about that time. Let's get back to work. I'm out of here. Peace.